Trapper, work or die, nigga. That's my favorite tune. No, look. Work or die, nigga. That's how I get my loot. So I'm always in the semi. That's my favorite room. Or should I say trap or die? That's my favorite tune. So I'm always in the semi. It's my favorite room. Chevy sitting so tall, I'm looking down on y'all. See, when you happy with your soul, man, you find out a lot of shit, man. And when you're in tune with your soul, you see a lot of shit. This is why I don't need a new car, but able to get a new car, but don't even worry about it. It's like, it's whatever. When it happens, it happens. Woman, anything, right? But that's just the happiness side of your soul. What about shit that you see or God speaks to you that other people do not see because they do not do their research? They too busy living life, and which you're supposed to live your life, but you should also do some research too, or you will be deceived or misled and things like this. So we got to get into this right after I see what this police officer did, and he went straight, so we good. All right, this is my thoughts on this shit, man. I got a lot of thoughts too, so y'all gonna have to rewind this. A lot of racism is subconsciously in people's minds. They don't even realize it because they've been programmed by the elite. They don't even realize they have been programmed to be racist. And that goes for all races. Because a lot of people might say, I'm not racist, though I got this colored friend or that colored friend. You might not be like, I hate people, racist, but subconsciously in your mind you're racist. Because if you feel differently, I gotta go with all sides on this. Y'all gotta bear with me. It's gonna be all sides in this. So don't just cut off the video because I'm going to one side first, then the other side next. I'm touching all this shit, dog. You know what I mean? I'm touching it all. I'm going all sides, all races, everything with this. All right. If this was a black dude, right? Number one, it's not about Kyle being white or whatever race he is. Even though everybody's one race, let's get that out there too. Everybody's technically one race, and I know what race that is, so I'm not gonna argue with y'all. But we're gonna go back to the what I was saying. If he was me, walking down the street with a rifle, y'all know damn well he would have been dead, man. That's the problem. The problem is not the fact that the motherfucker is this race or that race. That's not the problem. The problem is, if he was a different race, what would the outcome have been? 9 times out of 10, we already know what that is, because people are getting shot just for reaching for IDs. Because the elite have done a magnificent job of painting everybody in the hood. You don't even gotta be black. Everybody in the hood, you're a monster by default. But really the monsters are the people who run the world. That's the real monsters, because they're killing everybody. Nobody want to talk about that one though. Nobody want to talk about this big elephant, the so-called elite. But we're gonna talk about them in this video. So, like I was saying, if that was a black dude, let's just take it from another race aside that's not black. If that was a black dude who did that, he'd be every N-word in the book. He'd be every animal in the book and lock him up. This is what's wrong with these people. What's wrong with them? This is why they deserve to be slaves and all this shit. So why don't you have that same energy when it comes to Kyle? You might not be I hate black people racist, but you're still racist because you're subconsciously, you're not having that same energy, dog. You might not like it, like, man, it was messed up what he did, but you don't have that same energy of an animal and this and this. Why not? And then if you black, right, you don't get a pass either, right? If you black, if that's a black dude, right, you might talk about it a little bit or something like that, but you would not be saying, well, it's privilege and that's why that happened. You would not be screaming at if a black dude did what he did and got away with it. You wouldn't, because subconsciously in your mind, they have subconsciously made you believe that there's privilege, and there is privilege, but not to every single body of every race of that race. So yes, privilege exists, but not as bad as you think. They want you to think that it exists as bad as you think because it causes separation. And it can make somebody like Kyle think, oh, it's okay, I can shoot this black dude and get away with it. That too. See, there's levels to this shit. There's so many levels, I'm not going to be able to touch them all, but I hope I touch enough. They want y'all to believe that there's some kind of privilege because they don't want people to come together and relate, because they know the plan that they got for us, if you still alive, all races of people are going to have to come together to make it out of that plan. Should I say, get away from their plan of destroying you. They know that. That's why they have to keep you separated. So for all the dummies who want to, if it was a black dude, you want to say animal, this and that. But when it's somebody look like you, oh, self-defense, you idiot. You're part of the problem, man. We need to be together, not separated. Because what they got in store for your ass, you just as bad as me. It don't matter if you black or not. You just as bad as me. You think that you're not. Because subconsciously, you truthfully believe in privilege. You just don't want to admit it, because a lot of people, they're not doing well in life. And if I admit there's a privilege, and damn, that black dude's doing good in life, but I'm not. Wait a minute, I can't admit there's a privilege, because then that'll make me even look worse. So I'm going to act like it doesn't exist, but it does exist. It does. Any job you go to, there's a chance, there's a 90% chance that the person hired don't look like me, and there's a good chance that he might not like somebody like me. That's just the reality of it. Let's not be, or maybe he's not racist, but he gonna pick that other guy over me, and I might be more qualified. Let's be real about it. So don't act like it doesn't exist. But I'm not here to cry about the privilege. I don't give a fuck about the privilege, because I got God. God is my privilege. I don't need a race privilege. What's that compared to God's privilege? Nothing. And any race can have God's privilege. I'm just saying, what is race privilege compared to God's privilege? Anyways, back to what I was saying. This could go a number of ways. It could be a stage Illuminati event. And I know some of y'all gonna laugh. Here's this Illuminati shit. That's because you're not in tune with your soul, dog. If you was, God would show you dark secrets of the man of sin. There's no way you can deny it after so long. You see the same shit over and over. A famous rapper supposedly dies, right? Where's his body? And I'm going to say the same thing with the Kobe, the Tupac, and all the others. Until I see his body, I don't think he's dead. But supposedly, ain't it funny when a supposedly so-called famous person dies, then they pull that race shit again? They did it with the George Floyd shit. Now they doing it with this Kyle shit. They want y'all to believe that they want one race to believe that, yeah, we do got privilege. We can walk down the street with a rifle and shoot anybody. And then they want the other people to believe that, hey, that's not fair, man. Racism, man. Man, look, man, we just need to stay separate from them and not like them people and just stay with our own race. It causes separation. And you're a fool if you believe it either way. You are a fool, man. And racist, might I add, because if you don't have that same energy, if it was somebody else, if you feel like, well, he probably was doing something, the black guy probably was doing something, you're a problem, man. You might not be, I hate black people, I'm in a Ku Klux Klan dress, racist, but subconsciously, they have done it in your mind, and you don't see it. That's why you don't feel that same energy when it's a different place. When it's a person that look like you don't feel that bad. But when it's somebody else, you feel a different way. You should feel the same way. It should not matter. If you don't, then you have subconsciously been programmed to be racist. Period. And some people are just literally racist. Let's keep it real. And it's the same thing with the black people. You should be focusing on if it was a privilege or if it was a white dude with a rifle. The fact of the matter, I can see why you focusing on if that was me, damn, what would have happened? But let's say if it was a black person, you gonna keep that same energy? If it was a black dude and he didn't get charged, are you going to keep that same energy and say he got privilege? That's why I don't worry about that privilege card. I know it exists. You know it exists. The whole world knows it exists. We can play dumb, but there's a reason why it exists. And until y'all get the reason why it exists, y'all will remain separated. That's all races of people. Until you realize, man, they making it seem like we got it better than black people, and then black people realize they're doing this to keep us separated, then y'all just gonna stay separated. All races of people. The other races gonna think, oh, it's only black people, man. We ain't gotta worry about nothing. These cops ain't killing us. Yeah, they are. They just not showing you that on TV. Yes, white cops are killing white people. They're not gonna show you that though. Or you'll see a black person get killed by a white cop, and instead of the white people saying, man, that's fucked up, man. You know, we got to say something about this. You know what I mean? The 45%, you know, that 45% that needs to speak up when this shit happens. Instead of that, oh man, look, they kill us too. That's separation right there. Because instead of you looking at the problem, you want to say, me too though, what you crying about? You want to make it about, well, they did it to me too, shut up. They're allowed to kill y'all because they killed us too. No, it's not about that. It's about, hey, they're killing us both. We need to do something about it. Nobody want to do that though. You want to pull up that look at me too instead of looking at the situation. Because when you go to the look at me too, you cause separation and arguments. Now I feel like you're not with me. You're not relating to me. So therefore we can't come together. Y'all still think that you still believe in the American dream is the problem. It's okay to get your money and try to succeed and all that. But when the shit hit the fan, all races gonna need each other. And they know this. But y'all don't know this. That's the problem. So if you are racist, you're ignorant. Period. If you care about your kids, you would not be racist because you would understand at some point, motherfuckers are gonna have to come together or die when it comes to this elite. Which brings me to my other point. Why the Illuminati could stage this. Why this could be a staged event. Yeah, I hear the popping in the background and shit. That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing, man. They can stage, they make movies, don't they? So what makes you think they can't stage this event? Why do they just stage this event? Because it causes separation. The same thing y'all just heard me talking about, how it makes black people feel like, well, these people are privileged, and I guess we just separate from them because they don't care about us and this and that. And then you argue with other races of people, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, but your people are thugs, and Carl was the victim. He was self-defense. All that does is make people argue, right? This is why they do that shit, man. But y'all don't get it. That's why they would stage a fake event like that. And another thing, why would they stage a fake rapper dying? Number one, money. Everybody gonna eat off of Young Dolph. If Young Dolph death is fake, everybody's eating. The elite, Young Dolph, all of them. Not only that, it causes you to worship their idol. It's a ritual. It causes you to worship their idol. Remember the Bible says don't have idols? Uh-oh, we forgot, didn't we? That's what that would be. If you, Young Dolph, he's the greatest ever, rest in peace, which if he's dead, I feel bad about that. You know what I mean? I understand, rest in peace, Young Dolph. But we're not supposed to worship idols. And if you are a part of the elite, and if you make it big like Young Dolph, Jay-Z and all of them, you are their idol. That's their character. They own that character. That's why it's called selling your soul. And then they kill off the character, but you're not dead. All Young Dolph got to do is grow dreads or something. You wouldn't really be able to know if it's him. Hey, Kill the MC is supposed to be Tupac. All the fucking scars and everything match up to Tupac. The little thing in his forehead, his teeth, everything. But you see it plain as day and still, nah, that's not Pac, man, it can't be. Why the fuck can it not be? Where's Pac's body at? Where's the blood on the ground? All the numbers add up to it being a staged death when it comes to Tupac. And others. Nipsey Hussle dying on the memorial of the ATL that his so-called wife was in. They already got numbers on the Young Dolph shit already. Numbers are already adding up. That's how I know. Like, if them Illuminati numbers, the gematria adds up, it's probably staged, dog. They die on a certain day because of that. They have it all lined up, man. And then everybody eats. And it causes y'all to put your energy onto some other shit. Worshiping idols and being distracted and everything else, then they pass another bill or something. And they always seem to do it after a famous rapper dies, then they come with that racist shit. A cop shot a black guy or something. Stay away from the main news, man. It's bullshit, dog. It's designed to capture your attention and make you believe a certain way or think a certain way. But nobody gets it. I really don't even, I'm not speaking on this shit no more about this dude, man. There's no point, because all it is going to be a bunch of arguing. It's going to be a bunch of people who are subconsciously racist, right? You know what I mean? They don't get it. But they would get it if Kyle shot one of their kids. Oh, I bet they would get it then, wouldn't they? Or if a cop shot one of their kids, I bet they'd get that shit then, wouldn't they? But since it's not you, or somebody you know or care about, or somebody that looks like you, it doesn't bother you the same way, which proves that you are subconsciously racist. No way around it. You might not be literally racist, like I hate them, but you're subconsciously racist. You're still showing favoritism. You still don't feel the same way. It's a problem, because what if God made you to be in a certain other race's life at some point? Like Mr. Anderson in my life. I would have never had a chance to play basketball because my mom didn't understand why I needed a physical. She thought playing the sport was just some dumb shit. She didn't know that you could actually make a career out of that, because I didn't have a dad around, none of that. But Mr. Anderson gave me the physical. He seen the struggle. He seen me getting laughed at by other kids and wearing used clothes and shit. And what he do, he came in and he helped pay for my basketball and my physical. But what if Mr. Anderson was racist? I would have never got that experience. Not only would I have got that experience, it also makes me think a certain way, like, can't be mad, I can't be racist. Look what this guy did for me. Nah, I can't be racist. Even if I don't like no other people in that race, I can't be racist. Which brings me to another point, man. You don't gotta like everybody of another race to not be racist. The point is, are you racist or not? In your heart, are you racist? That's the problem. Because there's a lot of little kids, man, that don't need fucking grown-ass people being racist. They need all of us, man. Most racist people just hate their fucking self, man. That's the problem. They don't love their self. That's why they racist. No way you love yourself and can really be racist. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't think it's in a person's heart that loves their self. It's possible, I guess, but I don't see it. Anyways, man, some people like to use the excuse, well, I had a bad experience with this race, so that's why I'm racist. Well, why aren't you racist against yourself then? Because I know for a fact you didn't have great experience with everybody of your race. That's why racism's stupid. It's stupid, man. People are trying to tell you that they had a perfect experience with their own race and bad experience with every other race. That's why they're racist. Because if you don't hate people of your own race for their race because they did something wrong to you, why do you hate other people for their race because they done something wrong? Shouldn't you hate them for what they done wrong instead of who they are, their race? It makes sense, right? That's not what people do. When they see it's a different person, you take two people, both people steal from the motherfucker, but this was the N word and this was not. Or this was the racist white word and this was not. They did the same shit, man. It's idiotic, dumb shit, man. Kyle did the same thing that the next motherfucker did. He did the same thing that somebody in the hood did. Oh, the low-life drug dealers, blah, blah, blah. But what is Kyle then? Oh, that's right. He was self-defending himself. Well, maybe the drug dealer self-defending himself and want to feed his kids. Because he doesn't want to go feel like he doesn't feel like he'll make enough money flipping burgers. Not giving him an excuse, I'm just saying. Not only that, how can you say that, oh, the black thug and the drug dealer and all that, but you ignore the biggest drug dealer on earth? The people who put the drugs in the hood, they are the biggest drug dealers ever. What is the difference between them dropping off a whole pack to the whole fucking world, you know what I mean, and a drug dealer dropping off a pack to somebody to move the pack? What's the difference? Let me explain this more blatant to you. Let's say I'm a drug dealer and I give a dude a pack, right? Right? I'm the criminal. I'm the N-word, right? This N-word. All they do is sell drugs, right? Okay, well, your government brings a whole entire pack to the whole entire country. Why do you not have that same energy? You're racist, dog. No way around it. They killing you. They putting poison in little Johnny's cereal, but you don't call him the N-word and an animal, right? Why? Why? Same thing with the black people. You have a problem with the white man program and teaching you to do this and do that, but you don't say nothing when it comes to the rappers. I had an argument the other day with this shit. It's not the rap music that's doing it. Yes, it is, motherfucker. Yes, it is. It's all of it. All of it's programming. All of it is programming you to be racist and glorify sex and sell drugs and all that. All of it's programming, man. You can't just have some and not the other. You can't nitpick, man. You gotta stop doing this shit, man. Especially, like, let's just go for it there for a second. To the race for a second. If you want your race to become better, you gotta attack what's causing them to be destroyed. Because really, let's keep it real. I know everybody want to reach for the white man or whatever, the government or whatever. But guess what? They have no power over you if you don't give them power. You're giving them power by how? By defending the so-called rappers that are working for the government. You're giving them power. They have no power over you if you don't give it to them. God is our power. They can't do nothing with that. You can't fool with God. Who messing with God? If God with you, who could be against you? Nobody. Nobody. So y'all going about it wrong, man. I ain't worried about no little government. I ain't worried about no little other race of this or that. I ain't worried about no little ass privilege. Why? Because I got God in my mind. See, as long as this is free, they can't do nothing with you. This is where they attack you. It's not physically. You're not physically a fucking slave. You're not in chains. And that goes for all races of people. It's here. This is where they slave you at, man. But y'all don't get it. That's why some of y'all don't feel that bad about Kyle. I'm going to blow it off. I don't care. But when it's somebody that don't look like that fucking animal, you know what I mean? That's stupid, man. And it's all because y'all don't realize that eventually y'all going to have to need each other, dog. Like it or not, races are going to need each other at some point because the government already against you. And it's funny, the government got all races of people in it, but they want you to be racist. They want us beneath them to be racist, but they got all races of people in their shit. They sitting back as one family. They consider each other as one family. But y'all consider each other as black, white, Mexican, and all this dumb shit because you've been programmed. Plain and simple, man. I'm done talking about it, man, because motherfuckers ain't never going to get it. You never going to get it, man. You never will get it. But you're going to understand eventually, especially if you're alive when shit hit the fan, because you're going to have to come together. Ain't no way around it. You're going to have to come together. And if you don't, well then, you'll understand why they programmed us to be racist. You understand why they programmed us to be distracted. And all these other things they programmed us to be. And think and move and all that bullshit. Until then, just keep being sheep, keep partying, popping bottles, and acting like the Illuminati, so-called government, aka the government, is just some boogeyman that doesn't exist. Yeah, the Illuminati, y'all niggas are stupid. Go ahead, keep laughing. Keep laughing. The truth will set you free, though. You're not free until you know the truth, and that's the problem. And that's why a lot of people are not free in their mind. That's why they got hatred in their mind and shit like that. That's why they always find an excuse when it's somebody that don't look like them who gets shot or something like that. It's always he did something wrong. He had to do something wrong. He had to be. That thug had to be doing something wrong. But when it's somebody else's self-defense and all this other bullshit. Right? Not only that, I'm going to ignore the big bad wolf, the government, and I'm just going to worry about the little black guy on the street corner selling a drug pack. Because that's my biggest enemy. Man, he can't do nothing to you. But I know who can. I know who the fuck can. And some of y'all black people, you worry about the little white dude over here, over there. He can't do nothing to you, but I know who can. Y'all not worried about that guy. Y'all so distracted with each other and hating on each other and worried about what each other's doing. You don't even see the big guy, the big freight train coming. You don't see it. You so worried about telling your kids don't interracially date and this and this and that and that. You worry about that, but you really need to be worried about the bigger enemy. But y'all not going to, because y'all think that bigger enemy is your savior instead of God. You know what I mean? You think you depend on the bigger enemy to be your savior. It's sad, man. If you want to judge people on the street corner, welfare, this and this and this, but you don't want to judge the person that steals from everybody, you know what I mean? You want to lock your door when you see me, but you don't want to lock the door on these motherfuckers? Your government, you don't want to lock the door on them, though. You trust them with all your heart and soul. But look, me, because of my skin color or something, I'll lock that door. You worry about me. You need to be worried about them. Because I don't put poison in your cereal. I don't steal your taxes. I don't program your kids to their demise. But, you know what I mean? Go ahead. Ignore them because they look like you. And the same thing for you black people. Ignore the rappers because they look like you. Keep making excuses because they look like you. But guess what? All these people I'm talking about are all in one. They don't care about racism. Y'all do. They don't. They're a brotherhood. They're illuminated. It's y'all that think black, white, Mexican, and all that because you've been programmed and you don't know no better. You're not free. You're still chained up in the mind.